Subscribe for Reddit's controversial opinions. Judging someone by the generation they belong to is fucking stupid. I am 25. I honestly hate the okay boomer culture. Young people often seem to forget that our parents and grandparents are boomers. Sure, they made mistakes, but they also created so much. They actively contributed to the civil rights movement and helped pave a road for future generations. They were also teenagers once, and they also thought their parents/grandparents are stuck up and close-minded. Do you think our generation will love young people in 30 to 40 years? This is not a boomer thing, it's just an age thing. Same about millennials. Everybody who assumes all millennials are entitled and spoiled is equally stupid. We were not all raised thinking we are the gods of the world. Also, it's not like all millennials are open-minded and hard-working. I know plenty of lazy and racist people in their early 20s. Why do people feel the need to dismiss others' opinion just because they're old/young? How difficult it is to hear what people have to say first and then judge them for who they are and not their generation. No one knows my generation exists, Gen X, 1961 to 1981. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. Older generations always bitch about the young ones. My grandpa, World War II vet, used to always complain about my dad's generation, Vietnam vet, probably been going on for a few thousand years, just another way to put people in boxes. Fuck it all. No shit, dude. Honestly, I think okay boomer is meant for the dumb yell at the working class for forgetting their fries old people. Every generation gets it both when they're young and when they're old. Welcome to life. Judging someone based on their generation is no different than judging someone based on their astrology sign. Okay boomer, still funny though. Generations altogether are confusing. People get shocked when I say I'm Gen Z, not millennial, because I have a full-time job and am not in high school. To some people, apparently all boomers are racist, selfish fucks sitting in senior homes complaining all day, all Gen X are grumpy businessmen or something, all millennials are pot-smoking college students that are killing industries, and all Gen Z are Fortnite dancing middle schoolers. Just the generalizations I've noticed from using the internet. It's mostly because, like I said, they're confusing, and who the hell knows the exact start/end dates anyway. Musical note: every generation blames the one before musical note. It bothers me, for one, because casual waxing about the differences between generations is this low-effort armchair sociology that people just do to make themselves feel wise. And secondly, many of the stereotypes about generations are just flat-out incorrect. I'm not bothered by generalizing, or offended as a millennial when people make statements about my generation. I just think you look stupid when you confidently declare something like millennials are all just going to college to major in gender studies and then they complain when they can't get a job, when for the last several years undergrad business degrees have been dominating as the most popular degree to get. I don't know about your school, but the IU Kelley School of Business, which consumed a giant slice of that campus, sure had a lot of millennials in it. The children now love luxury, they have bad manners, contempt for authority, they show disrespect for elders and love chatter in place of exercise. Children are now tyrants, not the servants of their households. They no longer rise when elders enter the room. They contradict their parents, chatter before company, gobble up dainties at the table, cross their legs, and tyrannize their teachers. Socrates. It seems ironic to say, but I think you are oversimplifying this. I say it seems ironic, because on the surface judging someone or their opinion simply by their age seems to be the epitome of oversimplifying. People in the same generation share cultural experiences that shape their lives and their point of view. That is why the generations are distinguished the way they are. I agree that we shouldn't people in a box based on their age or generation, and people of the same generation can have extremely different values and points of view, but to some extent the shared cultural environment that each generation experiences shapes who they are. My generation was the first to grow up with the internet. I can remember writing book reports and research papers in elementary and middle school where we had to go to the library and use the card catalog, and I can distinctly remember when Yahoo and Ask Jeeves revolutionized the way I would learn about a new topic. My parents' generation, boomers, grew up during the Cold War and the rise and solidification of the USA as a world superpower. Maybe the superpower in the world over the course of their lifetimes. They have seen probably the greatest economic and social expansion in US history, and that obviously shapes how their generation thinks. We say okay boomer when that generation regurgitates wisdom that may have applied or been accurate for them in their youth, but is no longer accurate or relevant to the younger generations. We don't forget that our parents are boomers, we say that because our parents are boomers too. And isn't it nice to have a dismissive term for their generation, like they have for us? We have seen a ton of tropes about millennials and how we are killing certain industries, over-reliant on technology, blah blah blah. Funny how bent out of shape people get when the reverse is done.